one thing I love more than most about living in Newcastle and the northeast in general is that there's history dotted all over the place. Like these old city walls date back to the 13th century. And this is the Newcastle Keep. Dates back to 1177. A guy called Signor Violante, who was known as a flying man. And these guys were like modern day zipliners, and they'd risk life and limb, and they'd attach a line from up there to somewhere down here. They'd do these amazing slides just to earn a bob or two to entertain the crowds. For some reason, Signor Violante decided to attach a donkey to the zip line. So he took the donkey all the way up those stairs, all the way to the top of the keep, and attached the donkey to the zip line, and with weights attached, hurled the poor animal from the very top all the way down. And the poor animal went at such speed, it plummeted to the crowds below, injuring a number of people and killing a young girl at the bottom. So that's the story of the keep and the flying donkey. Okay, cool. Oh, is that a pub?
Fucked up.
How fucked up can fucked up me?
You fucked up, man. You gotta get the shot, man.
You got it.
No, you gotta be fucked up again. Try again.
What? You want this?
Yeah.
So another piece of history that pops up from time to time along this stretch is this bad boy here. Hadrian's Wall obviously goes back to Roman times, and it stretched originally from Carlisle, 73 miles away that way, all the way to here. This is literally the end of Hadrian's Wall, and the town's called Wallsend because this is where the wall ended. And if you ever get the chance to come and visit Wallsend, you must come and see this place behind us. It's called Segadunum. It was an old Roman garrison that dates back to 122 AD, and you can see the remnants of what the fort used to look like, and it's got the foundations, and there's a wonderful replica of an old Roman bathhouse in the corner of the garrison over there. But there's something very interesting I want to take you to over in that corner there. This is a fascinating piece of the museum, and you get a chance to come and see it. You can see the original Hadrian's Wall here, but over here is how it used to look. When I come here and see this, it always makes me think of that Frankie Boyle line when he said, talking about the Romans, how they conquered the whole world with ease, and they conquered England with ease, no problem, and they got to here and they met the Scots and they went, oh, hang on, build a wall. I've got to show you this before I leave Wallsend. This is brilliant. Down to Wallsend without talking about this place here. This was Swan Hunter shipyards, and this was the Neptune yard here at Wallsend, and this is where at one time hundreds and hundreds of men would come down and build some of the biggest ships that the UK's ever seen. I was quite surprised when I came down here this morning because there used to be big gates here, and now they're gone. They're demolishing the whole place. It's a shadow of its former self, I'm afraid. But you can just imagine at one time, you know, when the horn or the whistle sounded, hundreds and hundreds of men would pour out these gates to walk home after a hard day's graft. I painted this scene to capture how life was like back then in Wallsend, after having the privilege of talking to one of Wallsend's own boys done good, and that was Sting. And I spoke to him at one of his performances that he did of his theatre show, and it was called The Last Ship. And he told me how he remembered how the ships were so massive that they would block out the light on the nearby streets for months on end till they were launched. And the whole town would turn up to see that launch. And he said it was like, he described it as a mountain of steel being launched into the River Tyne below. So if you'd like to see this original painting that I also called The Last Ship, you can pop along and see it at my gallery here in Grey Street in Newcastle upon Tyne.